Hello you, welcome to Geekism and welcome back to Kerbal Space Program. My word, you may look at this map and think I've been busy. Well, I haven't actually. A lot of comments suggested that we go for science as opposed to full-on career for a number of reasons. One, you haven't got to worry about money, and to be honest with you, I quite liked the idea of career. I do, to an extent, quite like managing money and things like that. But one thing I noticed that the missions, there wasn't really any sort of path to them. I assume that the career missions will kind of guide me through the game. They don't. They're really random, to be honest with you. So instead, I've gone for science, and it's going to be up to ourselves to guide us through the game, and maybe you to guide me through the game. But so instead, we've gone for science. So the difference is basically you don't have money. And all of this stuff is full whack, but you still have to go out and get research points, science points to get the buildings, okay? So the actual parts, sorry, to build the rockets and the ships and things like that. So I've come and played for probably about an hour, maybe. It says here 38 minutes, maybe that's right. Basically got to where we were in the career mode just by going out. We started off with puddle jumper, went up, came down, landed here. That was great. And then version 2 landed in the sea. So I couldn't do a flag on. These are flags, by the way, you can put down. Hold on. Let me see if I can zoom in on one. I don't know whether we can. We should be able to zoom in on this one, but you have to bear with me because it takes a while to get there. Can we see it? Okay, I don't think we can quite get to it, but there's a little flag there, basically, and you can tell it what it is. So first landing, second landing was a bit higher up and it went in the sea, and then we did a flight into the atmosphere. First atmospheric flight landed over there, and then we did a first outer atmosphere flight. We got up to about 70,000. So next, really, we want to start working towards getting into orbit now. Whether or not we manage that in this episode, I don't know, but we do have lots of lovely science points to spend. So here we did it all with the puddle jumper. These are all new, by the way. They don't save over. So puddle jumper, I'll just quickly show you. Mark 1 was that. Mark 2 was that, basically the same thing but with a bigger engine on it, and then Mark 3 was enough to get us up in the. It looks jank, doesn't it? But it was enough to get us up in the atmosphere, so that was good. Mark 4, well, we're not going to have a Mark 4. We're going to start a new system, but research and development. Then we have 147, which is great. So we definitely want science because we've kind of done all the science we can from outer space, although we're only there briefly. I managed to get the goo and temperature and everything else done. Hashtag spooky door. Oh, that was a good spooky door, that one was. So we're going to go for this one because this gives us Science Junior, and yeah, Science Junior, which gives us lots of science, basically. So research that, thank you. And then we're also going to go for Advanced Rocketry, which gives us basically some nicer fuel tanks and more options that way. And then we've probably got enough for one more. So let's have a look. Flight control, nicer thins would probably be quite good. Aviation, I'm not too worried about aviation because that's for the space planes, and I don't feel like we're ready there yet for that one. General construction gives us sort of connectors for when we're doing a bit more intense flying. Again, I'm not too worried about that either, unless these might get a little top heavy. I feel like flight control is probably the better point to go for this time. And then we'll come down here. Electrics, going to give us some more things to figure out there. Miniaturization gives us tiny little things. I'm not too sure what that's for. Space exploration, that's for actually going out. Oh, that's for actually going out onto the ground. Rove Max, seeing on that market for small design of rover wheel. Ah, okay, cool. And okay, yeah, loads to look at there later on. But for now, we're just going to try and get into orbit. The other thing that science gives you is you don't have to upgrade these buildings. So now we can have maneuver modules, which is something I was struggling with because I was having to kind of do it all by hand, so to speak. But now I've got maneuver modules, which is much nicer. So let's start a new ship. So now we have 4 of these things. Look, that one is a electric one. That's for making satellites. So maybe that's something we can look at. The Onion re-entry module, Design Bureau, Creative Finance. That's a lot. Crew capacity, same thing, but with 2 people in it. Oh, okay. I think for now we're fine with that. What's the difference between that and that? No, Mark 1 command pod. I'll stick to what I know. Let's get the basics on there first. So we need a parachute. Should be fine. Okay, now what I want to do is I'm thinking radiomet drogue chutes, because we're going to be coming down a bit heavier this time because we're going to have some science on us. So I'm thinking if we do maybe 3 of these, or maybe just 2 of these to help take the edge off. Okay, and then science-wise, we're going to have this Science Junior on the bottom, which I think opens up on that side. Okay, so now we can have 2. We might as well have some more goos there. I hope that doesn't get in the way. And then we'll have a barometer, because these are all just cool little bits of science we can get. So we'll stick a barometer on that side, and we'll stick a temp gauge on that side. Okay, so basically that is what's going to land. That's what we want to go bring down to Earth. Okay, so from there then, we need a decoupler, because you're going to come home, basically. So from the decoupler then, we need our next bit, which is going to be the engine that sort of does the final bit of powering the vacuum. So we want something that's pretty strong there, but I think that one has a bit more maneuverability. So let's go for that. And let's stick fuel tank, a fair old 400. That might be a little bit overkill, but let's try that. So that's going to be that's going to be the bit that sort of gets us into that last little bit of space. And then pretty much the only thing we need is a massive bit of rocket that actually gets us in there. So let's stick some decouplers onto this. Let's go 4. Right, we're going to do this. This is going to be big style, okay? So that's there. Them. That needs to be slightly separated, just so we've got that final one there. Okay, cool. And then payload, no, engines, those things. I mean, what do you think of them? And then we can use this to move them down. How's that looking? I mean, that is, if that doesn't get us into space, I don't know what will. Aerodynamics, we can stick those on top to help with that. And then structural, we haven't really got anything that helps. I think, what are you? I don't know what that does. We'll look at that. Communication, I'm not too worried about communication. We're going to bring everything back with us, I think. Electric, I think we've got enough electrics to do what we want to do. And we've got... The only thing we haven't got is that. I don't know whether we can squeeze one of them onto us somewhere. I think it might be a bit top heavy if we just stick one of those. We'll look at that one next time. Okay, let's save this then as the let's call it the Wrigley, and I'll give you 1,000,000 points if you know what that means. Wrigley Mark 1, and we're going to go. We'll try into orbit. Or die trying. Okay. Save. The Wrigley Mark 1 is good to go. I don't know whether this is actually going to... Oh, tapped out the game there, sorry. Okay, I don't know where this is going to go. Let me just double check what's happening here. So, number 1... No, that needs... There we go. Okay, so number 1, check your staging. That all goes off, blows up. When it runs out, we press that and they go away. Then this one comes on. I feel like this stage needs more fuel. I don't know whether it does. We may well be able to do it more effectively, but let's just for now stick it on. Oh, and I'll tell you what else we need. We have no aerodynamics there. So, large aerodynamic surface with a built-in aileron. It's lightweight, so what does that help with? As opposed to, because we've got these that are just big old wings. Or we've got these. They look pretty good, don't they? Should we go for those? Let's go for those. They might be a bit overkill. They look overkill. I don't actually know what they do. What about you? Oh yeah, you're more suitable. There we go. Let's put you down. Boom. Perfect. Save. Okay, so there's going to be a bit of trial and error. I think we might have our first messed up flight. but we're gonna have a go at trying to get into orbit. So the main idea with orbit then is that you get out of the atmosphere and then you start falling towards the Earth, and you move so fast that you kind of fall past the Earth and you just keep falling. Basically, that's the idea. It kind of makes sense. I've watched a couple of videos on astrophysics to figure this out. Genuinely, I have. Right, okay, so here goes nothing. Let's turn SAS on to start off with, because we're just going to go straight up. So we have all these now that are going to be really helpful. Okay. All right, Jebediah, let's go. Hopefully this gets us up. I've got a feeling this will really get us up pretty swift. And we want it to get us up to about 10,000 to 15,000, and then we'll start to consider manoeuvring. But should do okay. We're getting a lot of white heat, but I feel like aerodynamically we're pretty sound, so we shouldn't have a problem. It seems like we're getting past the worst of it. Okay, this is going to get us up nice. We're getting real hot now. Oh, look at all the pretty colours. I think we're doing okay though. Hold on for it, Jebediah. We're nearly there, buddy. Okay. Okay, cool. Now what we're going to do is we're going to turn SAS off a minute, and we're going to point it no, wrong way. We're going to point you that way. And I don't know what you are, but you can help me out there. Okay. And then we're going to turn you on. Okay, and give you sort of a bit of thrust like that. And then we're getting there. Okay, so now we want to have a look at what our axis is now. So we want this to be about 100. Oh, it's way high. Okay, so in that case, we need to almost start coming towards the ground again. And turn the fuel off. Okay. So we're going to go for a relatively high orbit now. What's our? Let's just cut fuel for a second. Let's have a look. How are we doing for fuel? We've got loads of fuel. I think we're laughing here. I think we're going to get into orbit. So next up, then we need to start adding a maneuver node. We're kind of going the wrong direction, but we're going to give it a go. So add a maneuver, not add a maneuver, add a maneuver, and we're going to drag. Wait. Okay, so here's what you do. There you go, you see. So that gets you... Yeah, we're not... Okay, we need to... No, we need to stop doing this. Hold on. Okay, so we need to get that 460... No, these are huge. Okay, let's just... Can we get rid of the maneuver? Okay, we need to not be this high up. We're going a bit too high here, so... Let's turn SAS off and turn you right round. But not that much. So you're kind of back on yourself. There, that's the one there, I think. Okay. Okay, prograde. Okay, okay, so this does this for us now. So there's the prograde. Now that is, I think, that means it's going towards the apoasis. Okay, so let's have a look. So let's do retrograde, basically 180 from that. Okay, and then we're going to knock a little bit of speed into us. And that should start bringing that down. Yeah, okay. Okay, so now just go back to off and go back to prograde. Okay. So you're just there. Let's have another look at you. Okay, so let's click you, add a maneuver. Okay, and I want to be able to like spin round that way, but it's just not going to let us, is it? I want to look at you better. Okay, let's have a look at that. What's that do? Alright, that's good. Okay, so now we do the maneuver. So we click that, and then Okay, no, that node's going too high, so that's no good. We're going to miss it. Were we too slow? I think we missed it. Okay, so let's try somewhere else then. Add a maneuver. No, we're not going to be able to do this, are we? Ah, I think we missed it. I think we missed our chance of hashtag spooky door. I think I missed our chance of doing what we wanted to do, unfortunately. I mean, we're pretty high up though. Shall we just do science? It doesn't look like we're in. It says we're in orbit, but we're not really. But we could do science, can't we? So, observatorials bay. 25 old science that gives us. So yes, thank you. And then once we've done that, you need to close the doors. Observe Mr. Goo. I feel like we've already been up here. Yeah, so we're not going to get loads for these. Yeah, we've already got temperature and everything, so that's unfortunate. So there, it was literally just we were too slow. So let's come off here and just get rid of the maneuver. Yeah, we're coming down. Unfortunately, we're coming down pretty fast, so stability assist instead. Oh, no, maneuver, do maneuver. What the maneuver is, we're going to just be pointing straight down. We're going to come in really, really hard. So I think what we need to do is try and extend this out. So to do that, we want to turn off. We want to not point at the ground to start off with. So let's turn off SAS a minute. There we go. Point this way. Not that much. Oh, wow, it's so delicate. Okay, there. Okay, and SAS. Keep still. Keep. Hold true. Hold true. And then we're going to increase our throttle. Now, if I'm right, this should. There we go. Yeah, we're going past it, and that we're making this curve come out. That's what we want. We're wasting fuel to do this, but unfortunately it's just what we have to do. We're going way against the fuel. It's a really not a nice way of doing it, but it's going to mean that we don't smash into the ground, I think. So at least we got some science. If we could just get a lot of it back, we might even land in a different I think we've done highlands already, actually, so we might just land in a different biome. That'd be good. Okay, let's... No, that's it. Now we're coming in at a much nicer speed now. Let's see if any of these are going to give us something. We've already got a goo. Let's do a goo from here. Do we get anything for it? A little bit, why not? How about temperatures from here? No, we've already got that as well. Okay, so we're coming in now. We're going to break that off. We're going to turn... No, we want to point... We're going to point down, don't we? There we go. Heat's getting the better of us for a lot of this stuff. I feel like we're going to be okay. Oh no, something's breaking off. Ooh, no. Go on. Oh no, what was that? That was our science. Oh no. We lost our science. Yeah, we've come in far too quick. Jebediah, hold on. Hold on, buddy. There we go. We should have probably pointed it that way to take the speed away. Yeah, we should have done. Dope. Do we try it again, or do we take it as a loss? We could probably take it. And we've got those parachutes as well that we didn't use. We really messed that last bit up. Yeah, let's try this again. Okay, here we go. Wrigley Mark 1. We're going to try again. We want to go east. Okay, now I think that's yaw to do east. I'll turn SAS on. Okay, here we go. Let's get up in the air. And I just wish I knew what it was to do this properly. There we go. So that's perfect. That's exactly where we want to go. Okay, and it's going up nicely. So as soon as the fuel's run out on this, let's have a look. I mean, that's going too high now, if anything, so let's break them off. And then we go, whoop, no, turn SAS off a minute. There we go. The yaw is much better this way. So we're going to turn you about as much as we can there. Turn. No, I really don't want SAS to come back on. We're going to go there and then we're going to burn. And I want to go this way. Right. And let's do like a full on 90 degrees. Or is that, where's 90 degrees? Okay. Yes, that's it. That's doing it. Okay, that's perfect. So now we want to just cut out that a sec. Let's just think about this. So let's go back to the map. That's perfect. So we're going to add a maneuver, and then we're going to make that maneuver do a big old thing. Okay, and we will up, not that much. Jesus, that was quick. Oh God. Delete you. Let's try that again. We need to be quick about this. Add a maneuver. What I want to do is pull you out just enough. So as that you, let's zoom out so you can see it. This circle goes all the way around the Earth, basically. There we go. We're in the atmosphere now. It's going to keep going, and we're going to see that AP. Where that AP is going to come, and it's going to go all the way around. And when that sort of swaps with that one, that's pretty much, that's you in orbit. We've got about 15 seconds to do it, so go. So it's now following the maneuver, so now it should. Okay, are we doing it? No, we're not doing it, are we? Or are we? Alright, I'm going to let him do it. I think we're doing it. I think burning this fuel up, it's not, we're not doing it as good as we could, because we're having to burn up a lot of fuel, and there's obviously a chance that we run out of fuel. But I feel like we're gonna get into an orbit. We've got to be quick. We've got 300 meters. Let's get ready to cut the fuel. When this gets down to nothing, we are cutting the fuel. I think we're in orbit. Let's have a look. Our PE is 32 on one side and 114. It's not the neatest orbit, but there is we're in orbit basically. So let's get rid of our maneuver here. Right, we are in orbit. So let's see if we can, at the PE, build our orbit a little more. So add a maneuver. Yeah, that's what we want to do. No, it isn't. Let's. Oh no, this is the bit I'm struggling with a little. We need to, when we get past that point, slow down a bit, don't we? That's kind of the deal there. So when we get past that point, we need to slow down a bit. So add a maneuver. No. There. That's what we want to do. So we're going to add a maneuver there that makes the AP there and there a bit more equal. Yeah, like that. Okay, cool. So, yeah, in 20 minutes, we need to burn for a second. Okay, so can we speed up time a little bit then? Because we're in orbit now, so we should. Oh no, we're not in a proper orbit. Look, we're doing that. So are we going to start to burn up there? I hope not. Let's have a look at the map. Yeah, we are. Look. We're not high enough up in the air, unfortunately. Oh, that's a shame. We were in orbit for a moment. We were in orbit. We were in orbit just for a second. We were, I promise. We saw it happen. I'm going to get a screenshot of this thing blowing up for our thumbnail. Yeah, the whole thing's getting a bit warm. Yeah, there's no way. We're going to get to here and we're going to have blown up. So let's instead look at landing over here instead, because we're not going to get into full orbit. We were there for a minute. We were there. I'm counting it. And oh Christ, the whole thing's blowing up. Sorry, buddy. There we go. You should be okay now. Let's get you on the ground. I'm not going to redo it because, you know, sometimes we need to accept our failures. I say I'm not going to redo it. I might redo it if we completely blow up. I know time warp isn't the best thing, but I really want to see what happens. No, we're only going to blow up, aren't we? Because we have no way of re-steering now. Ugh, okay, right. One more go. Okay. Third time's a charm. We're going to use this to hopefully get into orbit. Man, this game has such a steep learning curve. So I think the way it is all this here, he only does the manoeuvring. He doesn't actually do the power of the fuel, and I think that's the thing we still have to do. Okay, so let's try again. We're going to use this to just get up in the air. Basically, we're going to come this way because this is the way we're going to be. I don't know why it does it like that. This is the way we're going to go here, like that, and we want this to be around 100, I think. So when this gets to 100, we're going to pop the fuel off. What the hell happened then? Right. Revert. Try again. I think I pressed space a couple of times. Here we go. Go. Right, we're going to watch it this time. Oh. Oh. Right, let's just have a little good think about this. Come on. We shouldn't be doing this. We're not one of those channels that does silly crashes. We want to be good at this game. So, Sasson. Sasson sounds French, doesn't it? When that gets to 100... I can't really read this yet. That's my big problem. I don't know what the things on here mean. So, a little crib sheet in the comments, please, as to how to read this. Okay, here goes. Straight up. Okay, when the apopsis, right, gets to 100, is there a way we can see that on here? That would be nice if we could have the apopsis. When that gets to 100, which is now zooming towards, that's when we cut out fuel, okay? So 100 or so, and let's... Okay, the fuel's nearly gone anyway, so pop them off. Okay. And now we turn off SAS, right, and we go 90 odd degrees that way. And we turn back on SAS, and then we put our throttle up. Right, and then that should start to lengthen that out. There we go. Okay. Right. Now I'm going to cut that power, and I'm going to do a maneuver here. And this maneuver is going to get us into a sexy orbit. Okay, here we go. Oh, I just pressed space. What did that do? I just pressed space. We're okay. It didn't do anything. So in T minus in 2 minutes and 30 seconds, we need to burn fuel for 45 seconds, and get that speed up. Okay, so let's click maneuver. Okay, he's going to point in the right direction, but we still need to do the fuel. All right. So we need to get to this point. So let's speed it up a little until we're like, estimated burn time is 45 seconds. So we're going to go to like 45 seconds, okay, and then we're going to burn. Or are we? Okay. And it's going to burn that fuel. And that this is what's going to get us into orbit, right? Okay. We're a little off here. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Stability assist. Map. AP is 185. P is 121. That sounds pretty good. We're going to stay in orbit. Woo! I think we've done it. I think that's it. I think we're in orbit now. Wowee. Okay, we've got a little tiny bit of fuel left for any adjustments, but for the most part, we're hitting the ground now after this. So let's observe mystery goo. We've done orbit already with mystery goo actually, so I haven't actually got that much to do. Observe materials bay. Keep experiments, yeah, and close the doors. And what about things like log temperature? No, we don't need them. It's basically the space one. Now we're in orbit now. Okay, so we're in a nice, sexy orbit. We are gonna what are we going to do? We need. Did we need another thing here to get down? Because we're not. We're just going to stay here now. We've got that little bit of fuel there to get us grounded, I suppose. And let's hope that's enough. Okay, let's try a little spacewalk. All right. So first of all let's do a crew report. Well, we've been in orbit already with crew report. Okay. Let's try a spacewalk. EVA. Do not let go. Do not let go. EVA report. Okay. Now, what I was thinking was, do we try and get the science out of that? Let's quick save it. Cannot quick save while Kerbals are on a ladder. Okay, go back in then. Quick save. Okay, now you can get out. EVA. Oh, look at that. That might be a screenshot right there. That's a cool looking shot. Okay, let's now. I don't know about this. Let's let go, and then R, I think, is my little wait. Steady. Jesus Christ. Control is up, I think. Oh my god. Okay, there we go. We get the hang of this. Down and F. No. Oh god, this is awful. There we go. There you go. That'll do, buddy. You just hold on there. We're gonna very slowly rub you. We're gonna very slowly rub you. Let's see if we can just. There should be a grab hold. Oh god, that's so is the crew hatch on the bottom? Yeah, there it is, isn't it? F, grab. Oh! Oh! Okay. B. Oh, we did it. Okay, we did it, and we've got the science. Okay, hold on. Do we need to? How do we store it? Take data. What was that? Material study. Yeah, store it all. Okay. Let's do it. Oh, we've done the UVA, didn't we? Yeah, there we go. Oh, no, we can't do that, can we? Because we've already got one. Is that the problem? Yeah, that's fine. Okay. So B, get in, and we'll lose it. Yeah, it's all right. We've already got it. Okay, good. So how the hell do we get back home? That's we didn't get that far. We're gonna see if we can do it in the next episode. That's a nice place to leave it, isn't it? We're going to Orbit. I never said we'd get back. Thank you so much for watching. I need to go watch another tutorial. Thank you very much for watching. I really hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, you can give us a like. It really does help out the channel. And if you're not already, don't forget to subscribe. Any thoughts, queries, or suggestions, you can pop them down in the comments. And if you fancy chat, you can find me on Twitter. I'm at John T. Sparrow. If you'd like to join in with the Geekism community, you can do so over on our Geekism Discord server. You'll find the link for that in the description. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. #Scooby-Doo.